Thanks a lot for staying with us. Good evening. I'm Shivani Gupta. You're watching CNN News 18 and we have a special lined up for you. It's the moment football fans have been waiting for. Argentina will be taking on defending champions France at the FIFA World Cup final in Qatar. It would be Lionel Messi's last World Cup match and about 50,000 Argentines are in Doha to cheer their team. Meanwhile, France is on the verge of making history as it will become just the third country to ever win back-to-back World Cup titles. The only teams to achieve this feat are Brazil and Italy. The fans are also excited for the battle between Messi and Mbappe on both opposing sides, who are the leading goal scorers in this edition of the World Cup. And it's my pleasure to have former World Cup winning Brazil legend Gilberto Silva to preview the final for us. Gilberto is Viacom 18 Sports FIFA World Cup presentation panel expert. Gilberto, thanks a lot for making time. I hope you've been having a good time in India. It's been a pleasure watching you during the FIFA coverage. I do have to begin by asking you about Brazil, your team first. It must have been disappointing to see them go, especially the manner in which they were knocked out. They were looking good. Can you share with me what did you think of the Brazilian side and their performance in the World Cup?
First of all, it was sad, by the way they were knocked out, and they scored a goal against Croatia in the extra time, and 5 minutes to the end they conceded a goal, and in the penalty shoot they lost. It was tough, I think, for us as a fan to see the way, but I'm sure for them even worse. And I've seen some of the guys, the messages they are putting on internet, speaking to a few of them. It's tough. I know how it is to be in this situation because I have been there twice. But, life, they have to move on. I think after the World Cup, they go back to the clubs and start to play again. Then you have to recover from this and learn from it. And but I think in general, I think there was an opportunity for them to go further in the competition. My opinion, they missed a great opportunity, maybe to be in the final. But this is football, if you don't do the job in the day when you have an opportunity, if you don't score a goal. They played against a team who got a lot of experience. They are used to play these tough games, go into the extra time, to be resilient, and in the end, their patience, their experience pays off against Brazil.
Okay, let me come to the big final that all of us are looking forward to. Argentina and France, no denying, have been the two best teams in the competition. Which one do you think has the edge and why?
I think both of them has the edge to win the competition because there is quality in the both sides. You have two of probably the best players in the world in each team.
True.
Mbappe, Messi, two great players on two different stage of their lives.
Exactly.
Messi is going to be playing his last World Cup, and Mbappe has a future in front of him, but he's already World Cup winner with France. He's the holder of the title. I'm sure for France, they are looking to keep the trophy with them. It's a great opportunity because it's not very often, a team, a country can reach the final of the World Cup. And in a sequence, they have an opportunity to hold it, to secure the trophy. For Argentina, is an opportunity for them after Brazil World Cup, and when they lost to Germany. And now they have an opportunity against France. It's not going to be easy. Not going to be easy because there is quality from both sides. When you play the final, you have to play for your life. You play for your life. I think France will face a lot of difficulties with Argentina because understanding the South American mentality, this is a unique moment. It's a unique moment because these guys, they are not playing for themselves only. but for the country back in South America, representing South America in the World Cup means a lot for them and for us when we were in the final. And therefore, we'll give everything, in this occasion. And for Argentina, they'll give everything. And my opinion, it's tough for me to say because as a Brazilian, we do not support Argentina in football,
right?
In any occasion.
Right.
But since when they qualified, I'm feeling that there was a change in their mentality, in the way they were playing. I see Argentina very strong to win the trophy.
Okay, that's great. Possibly the first time a Brazilian is supporting Argentina, as you very rightly said, to win a World Cup. But let me talk a little bit about some specific players. I want to begin with France first. The man I want to talk about is Antoine Griezmann. He's been absolutely spectacular for the French, even though a lot of the attention goes to somebody like Mbappe for obvious reasons. How crucial do you think Griezmann is going to be for the French in this final?
Very crucial. See him play like he's playing is amazing because he smelled the danger, where the danger is, tactically. He's very good. He's working hard. Sometimes you don't see him very much, but he's in the right spot. Be at some point like a fireman, clean, hold the fire around, all the danger around, and be like the bodyguard. It's amazing because you see the transformation of a player who at some point was like a striker, attacking midfield, and play a little bit deeper, and in the midfield, and many times, being kind of a defensive midfield, but with the quality of a central forward, and giving the pass and run forward and give assistance and trying to create opportunities. But when they have to defend, he's there, clean, make a lot of clearance. The last game was great to see him against Morocco because I paid a lot of attention. He was everywhere, especially when Morocco was attacking. He was there inside the box, clean, heading the ball and kicking out away, control and move forward in the counter-attack. It's nice to see. He got experience, and I'm sure he's going to be very important in this game for France.
When we're talking about players, Gilberto, we cannot not talk about Lionel Messi. You mentioned how he's playing his final World Cup. This is that one trophy that has been eluding him. So I want to understand from you, how does a player of his quality and at this junction of his life and his career approach a big game like this? And what is it that you are expecting to see from him in this final?
Well, it starts from his mentality. He have been through many situations, decisive situation in his professional life. For Argentina, for the clubs he played, especially when he was at Barcelona. I always play in a high level, for such long time, playing a high level and be the number one. Sometimes, him and Cristiano run for this first position. And he used to this kind of moments, he got experience. The quality of him, is very impressive. What impressed me most at this time is the quality he has been playing with, I think, 35 years old. And sometimes he looks like a young kid, enjoy, have fun.
Yes.
Just want to enjoy his last moments in this competition. And he's doing great, he's doing great. He's been crucial for Argentina to be where they are now in this final. Because he's very clever. Sometimes he doesn't need to do much in the game. He just needs a few minutes, few moments where he kills the game, he scores goals, he gives assistance to somebody else. But as long as he is on the field, everybody is concerned about him.
Yeah.
He take attention to him. He attracts this attention and leave space for the other players.
You know, precisely because you mentioned of how happy Messi is looking, and there was a time that he used to, be very frustrated and was frustrated when he was playing for the national team. Do you feel this time around, finally Messi also has a good enough team that can carry that Messi magic and allow him to do his thing and complement him, something that was possibly missing in years before?
I think now the players understood that they had to play for him and to be like a team. But in the end, Messi is the guy who shine, and they are protecting him on the field. They are play for him and just said to him, "Stay there. Don't worry. We do the job here. We run. Don't worry because we just need you to be in the right spot, in the right place." And this is what I see them. They play together, and when they lose the ball, everyone drop back and position again. And Messi, he's played everywhere. He's sometimes striker, sometimes on the right, sometimes on the left, sometimes he drops in the middle. It's like enjoying. Yeah. But the difference I see compared to the other times is that the team, maybe the manager understood that they have to find a way where everyone do the job properly. In the end, Messi will do his magic and shine, but it's for the team. Because when you win, everyone wins. Doesn't matter if Messi is going to be the best man, because in the end of the day, what really matters is the final picture when everybody's there holding the trophy, celebrating the victory.
One can only imagine what it will be like if Messi and Argentina finally manage to do it this time. So clearly he's the big factor as far as this match is concerned, and nothing to take away from the French team. They've got some of the best players, as you said, in the world. But he's obviously shown that enormous magic, that Messi magic we all know of. He's been dancing around the best defenders, as we saw in the semi-final as well. So what is it that the French have to do? Because their defense has also looked suspect.
Well, I think they have to play like they are playing. Of course, when you have Messi on the other side, you have to find a way who is going to pick him. Maybe who is close to him. And because I don't believe they are going to put man to man marking him, because I don't think this work in most of the time, because he's clever. He can be anywhere. He's gonna drive this play. If somebody going to be one-on-one on him, he's gonna run away, go close to the defenders, and open even more space for Argentina. But in the other hand, if you turn how we see the game, Argentina also has the concerns, because in the other side there's a good team, a quality players that they have to be aware of. Of course, France will find a way how they are going to deal with Messi. If it's going to work or not, let's see tomorrow. Let's see in the game. But we have to wait and see. I think it's going to be a good battle around it.
Absolutely. We're waiting for a cracker of a final of what has been an amazing FIFA World Cup. But I do want to ask you as a final question. You mentioned as a Brazilian, it's difficult for you to support Argentina, although you are pipping them to possibly lift this trophy. But it comes to the French. They're also looking to become the first side since Brazil in 60 years to win a back-to-back World Cup title. So that makes it hard for you to pick either side, isn't it? Because there's a Brazilian record at stake here.
Well, I think, for the both of them is a great opportunity. For France now, they can do the same what Brazil did in the past. And I was looking the records, their records is in the last 5 or 6 World Cup has been amazing since 98.
Yes.
I think this is the 4th time reaching the final, 98 and let's see, 2006, then 2018 and now. It's a great record. See how they they became so strong in the past, I don't know, 10, 15 years.
Yes.
And if they do it, it's because they deserve, by the way they are doing things. For us in Brazil, the record against them play the World Cup has not been the best, unfortunately. But this part of football, sometimes, you have to learn from this kind of things. And but if they do it, it's because they deserve. And let's see.
You're absolutely right, actually. The French are witnessing what can be called the golden period of their football. You mentioned, the finals that they're making with regularity over the last 20 years or so. And on the other side, you've got this great occasion for Messi to sign off possibly as the GOAT, the greatest of all time. So we'll leave it at that. Gilberto Silva, thanks a lot for joining us. And we look forward to, watching you more as the final comes closer. Thanks a lot for your time.